All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this special edition of the Bishop's Interview. You know, I've been accused sometimes of being kind of petty and kind of, only wanting to point out problems and things. So I thought maybe we could just collectively try to solve some problems here today for a second. I've got some really smart people that chime in and view and watch and comment. So hey Ginger, we got some people joining us. So I thought we could just collectively just brainstorm a little bit on what could have been going on in the barn with Fanny and Joseph. I'm going to play a quick little video that will sort of set it up. But Brian Hales, who is, he's kind of the church's the guru on polygamy, and he usually takes care of all the apologetics and things. But he's really stumped at what could have been going on. So I thought we could just maybe just throw some ideas out there. So let me try to play this video. Hopefully I don't get ads popping up on it. And let's just see what happens here.
But what the story that they tell is that Joseph didn't tell Emma. He did marry her. I think that's still a controversial point, but the data is there that Joseph Smith approached Fanny's parents to get permission, which is kind of an odd scenario for a polygamous marriage, but that's what the historical record indicates to us. And he did it through Levi Hancock, who was Fanny's uncle. And so he got permission, and then Levi Hancock performed a marriage that in Joseph's eyes, God recognized as a bona fide marriage. So this was in Joseph's eyes, polygamy. But apparently this all transpired without telling Emma. And at some point, according to William McClellan, who was talking to Emma in 1847, at some point, Emma found them in a barn. And I was just in Kirtland last month, and I asked Mark Staker if we know where the barn is, because they've restored the home they were living in, and actually very small when they were there. And Fanny was a domestic there, and I don't know where she would have slept. It was very small at that point. It hadn't been enlarged. But there was a barn somewhere around there that they don't know where, and Emma found them in the transaction. Caught them in the transaction is the word I think used by William McClellan. Now, what does that mean? Was this some kind of affection, or was this the marriage ceremony, or something? We don't know. But Emma caught them doing something that was clearly unacceptable to her, and even with the explanation from Joseph that the angel said we've got to do polygamy now. And what's it?
Okay, well, we've really got our work cut out for us. Let me just back that up a little bit. Let's see here. Let's hear this one more time.
Found them in the transaction.
Wait, what was that? One more time, folks.
But there was a barn somewhere around there that they don't know where, and Emma found them in the transaction.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
Transaction is the word.
All right, so there we have it. We don't really know what was going on in the barn, and so I've got 10 people on here. I thought between us all, we would be able to maybe brainstorm it just a little bit. So, I was thinking we can take some clues from this. He said they were married. Okay. Let's see. There wasn't a lot of room in the house. Okay, so they were married and there wasn't a lot of room in the house. And then Emma saw something and she wasn't real happy about it. So, I mean, that's three I guess, context clues that we can use to try to help Brian determine what was going on. So I don't see anyone else with any ideas. So I'm going to throw some out there. You know, any barn that I've ever known, there's definitely a lot of milking going on. And so that was the first thing that came to my mind. Maybe it was Emma's, turn to milk or something. They ran up there, was milking, and he wasn't thrilled about that. That's just one idea. I thought maybe it could have been this game. I don't know exactly what this game is. It looks quite fun. There's some blindfolding and stuff going on. It could have been that game. Let's see here. Wasn't this transaction before they were married? Well, who knows? All right. Any barn that I know of has foreplay. Any barn has pigs, could have been just simply feeding the pigs. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, maybe a friendly game of tug of war. I was thinking that could have been just, something to pass the time. Maybe, using some chains or something for some tug of war. Of course, stick pull. We all know that Joseph was, he was known for his abilities in stick pull. So possibly, possibly they were doing a little stick pull. I don't know, David. I'm not really sure about that part, or what is being suggested here. Oh boy. All right. Let's see. What else did I have? Oh, maybe some tanning of hides. I know that was a very popular, pastime and activity in the 1800s. So, I'm racking my brain on some of these things. Oh, I had another idea. Maybe a sack race, maybe Emma was really good at the sack race and she wanted to, participate, and they had already started. And oh boy, I just want to help. I want to help him. He couldn't think of anything that could have been going on. Oh, I had one more idea, maybe stilt walking. That's something that could be going on. Hey, Latter Day Digest. It's probably Gene there. We're just talking about different things that could have been going on in the barn. We've went through a lot of different ideas. Different, little sticks being pulled and other suggestions. But just going off of those context clues that they were married, apparently the way I heard it, there wasn't a lot of room in the house, and Emma got mad. Now, look, how do I say this? My wife has accused me of being, what can I say here? Of being inappropriate, of being kind of childish from time to time. But I'm just going to throw out an idea. And this just came to me, as I was thinking about, they were married, not a lot of room in the house, and Emma got mad. All right, here it is. Maybe it was sex. Brian, I don't know why that was so hard for you to say. And I may be way off. You know, I might be so far off that I have no business even mentioning this. But it does fit within the context clues that you gave us. And because it fits, it's just interesting that you never mentioned that. You went, you know, maybe it was a, he says Emma caught him in the what? Oh, in the transaction. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, my wife heard about this story back in high school. There was no internet. We're old as hell. And it rocked her world. She was like, what is this? And she was assured that this was anti, nothing to it. And about a year and a half ago, I'm out trading Pokemon cards. You know, that's a good idea. Very well could have been. But, you know, about a year and a half ago, I come home and I'm telling my wife, have you heard of this Fanny algae thing? She's like, no, what's that? And I start telling her, and her face just goes blank. She's like, what the? She's like, this is the friggin' story that I heard back in high school that everybody told me, you know, was not true. So right here we have Brian Hales telling us it's true. But, you know, he just could not think of anything that was going on. So, you know, if anyone else has any ideas, we have maybe trading peepstones. You know, that's a possibility. But mostly I just wanted to be just a community service, you know, brainstorm just a little bit. Those were my ideas. And if you know, if things come to you, please don't hesitate to reach out and, you know, add it to our comments. But this was just a quick little 12-minute video in trying to help Brian figure out what in the world could have been going on in that barn. And so again, guys, thanks a lot. And we'll talk to you really soon. Maybe we'll have something a little more interesting, but I don't know if it could be much more important. So very, very important stuff here. Thanks for joining me. Y'all take care.